Amid the ongoing debate over the illegal Rohingya Muslim immigrants, the centre has now filed an affidavit in the Supreme Court seeking the deportation of Rohingya Muslims. The 16-page affidavit claims that Rohingyas have been illegally immigrating into India since 2012. In fact, centre has also received specific intelligence inputs that goes on to state how Rohingya linkages to Pakistan-based terror groups have also come to notice, and the use of Hawala routes now being used to fund terror into India through the illegal immigrants. Intelligence input have further specified Rohingyas linked to the Islamic State and to Pakistan's ISI. The influx also, according to the government, poses as a national security threat. Rohingyas have been found to indulge in anti-India activities, including facilitating immigrants' entry into India. Foreign Affairs Editor Geeta Mohan joins us for more on this. It is a politically sensitive matter that the government is dealing with, Geeta, because the government recently also pledged its support with Dhaka, expressing solidarity, and now the government going ahead and filing this affidavit in the Supreme Court, defending its stance on this matter.
Well, Avantika, absolutely right. It's two-pronged. One has to do with domestic politics, national security, but the other also has to do with diplomacy and diplomatic contact, not just with Bangladesh, but with Myanmar, from where these Rohingyas are infiltrating or coming in illegally into India. This is the affidavit that India Today has access, which will be filed in the Supreme Court later today. And the affidavit, which is on behalf of the respondent, that's Union of India, clearly spells out, but not in one, but in paragraphs beginning from 22 till 30, very specifically talking about national security, Avantika. And the national security matters do not only comprise of criminal activities, but has to do with links of these of Rohingyas with Pak-based terror organizations. Now, that's what the statement over here says. Talks about the porous borders with Nepal, Bhutan, Bangladesh, Pakistan, Myanmar, etc., and has an easily navigable sea route with Pakistan as well as Sri Lanka, making it vulnerable to continuous threat of an influx of illegal immigration and resultant problems arising therefrom. It also goes ahead and talks about the illegal immigration of Rohingyas into India, and their continued stay in India, apart from being absolutely illegal, is found to be having serious national security ramifications and security threat and has serious security threats. Avantika, the fact that these paragraphs not only talk about domestic national security, but the implications it has with regards to them having contacts with Pak-based terror groups, is also Islamic State, are the biggest concerns for the Indian authorities. So the government of India and its earlier stand remains the same. They've only reiterated that this could lead to not just posing threats to India, but also to the entire and the whole of Northeast, of which Myanmar and the Northeast states are bordering and are neighbors. And hence, India is in touch with Myanmar as also with Bangladesh, that has been taking in a lot of these immigrants from Myanmar, and are in touch with both the countries to work out a solution. We do not know whether if there's going to be absolute deportation or not. We'll have to wait for 3rd of October for the judgment from the Supreme Court on whether if there needs to be deportation, or for that matter, secondly, whether this falls in the realm of Supreme Court or not.
All right, Geeta, thanks so much for joining us and just taking us through the affidavit that has been filed by the centre in the Supreme Court. I'm going to keep coming back to you and get other reactions as well on India's position as far as the Rohingya crisis is concerned, as far as the illegal migrants who have been staying in our nation since 2012.